Hello friends, Teacher Kim here and welcome back to my channel. So I have 20 minutes until my next class. I had a little break right now and I wanted to talk to you about 5 common mistakes ESL teachers make. Believe me, teaching ESL online is a very unique job. I've been a brick and mortar teacher. I've been a daycare teacher. I'm a mom. I've done homeschooling. And all of that gave me some idea of what I was going into. But in all honesty, it's a totally different ballgame. It's very unique being across the screen from someone and teaching them and encouraging them and pulling out of them what you need to without being physically there. It's a very different environment, a very different concept. And most online ESL teachers will tell you the same thing. Now, I have not taught ESL in a classroom setting other than working with students within my classroom who were ESL students. I've not taught it specifically. I've taught 5th grade, 2nd grade, pre-K, 2-year-olds, the gambit, and worked with a few other grades, adults, all kind of different things. Anyway, not the point. So here are 5 common mistakes I know I made when I first started, and many ESL teachers will tell you the same. So, number 1, speaking speed. Depending on the level of your student, you need to adjust your speaking speed. Normally, I talk like this, a fairly normal pace for a native. Try that again. For a native English speaker. When you're teaching little kids, you need to worry about your speaking speed, your incidental language, how fast you're talking, and the things you say. So when I'm working with littles, low-level students in any company, I will talk slower, more precise, more cautiously, and I will use short sentences that help them to understand. Really simple, really short, and lots of, you'll see me do this a lot when I'm making videos, a lot of body language. That helps. Like if I ask them, what do you like? Do you like cats? Do you like pandas? Pandas! So when you're teaching them or you're doing your speaking speed, you need to adjust accordingly. Depending on the level of the student, that might have been too much incidental language. But if I continue to do the same question over and over again with the same gestures, do you like? And then I show them a picture, show them a prop, do TPR, they're going to catch on very, very quickly. The younger the child, the faster they catch on to another language. As they get older, it's much more difficult. So when you're working with the littles, they will catch on quickly. And a lot of times, mom is nearby to help a little bit. You know, mom, dad, somebody's nearby that can help them. But I find the more you do it, the more you can have a conversation, simple, but a conversation with students. If I ask them a do you like question, I'm going to give them a yes or no. Thumbs down is not really encouraged as much. I think in some cities and all, it's not approved of. So I prefer big gestures, yes, because then I know I see their thumb. No. And I cross my arms. No. Big gestures, they can make the big gesture. No. And you'll see them do it with you. It's so cute. Number 2, time management. Depending on the company will depend on how many slides you have to teach. So for instance, with VIPKid, you normally expect to do about a minute per slide, depending on the lesson. Just a regular major course lesson, it's about a minute per slide. So that gives you time to, hi, how are you? Introduce yourself, talk to them, because there's a few slides you can kind of go a little faster on. And then there's some slides where you're going to need to take a little longer. But if you know, I have 27 slides in 25 minutes. So I need to be around slide 13, around minute 13. Then you know if you need to speed up or slow it down. Slowing it down means extending. That's very hard to do when you're new. So one thing I would recommend, something I did when I was new, prep. I don't prep now unless it's a new to me lesson. I don't really prep, but prep. Prep is good because prep lets you see what you're going to be teaching and lets you think, or you can even write down. Some people like to make notes. Write down ways to extend. That will help you. You don't want to be scripted and sound memorized. You want it to be natural, but it helps you to get an idea of what to do. So speaking of being scripted, number 3, a big common mistake ESL teachers make is pretending to be someone you're not. There are some wonderful, wonderful teachers that have made YouTube videos all over YouTube. You search any company and you're going to find videos about them. But you don't need to be them. Some of them are really high energy. A friend of mine is really high energy when she talks, and she's just wow, and I love her energy. I love it. But I'm not always that high energy, and that's okay. Some teachers are more subdued and more calm. I have a friend who's really calm, and like you listen to her and it's just like soothing. I'm not always soothing, and that's okay. We are each unique. We're each made uniquely, and so we need to be ourselves. It is great to watch them and get an idea of what to do, but try your best to be, I've said this over countless videos, try your best to be you, not to emulate someone else. I tried that when I first started, and that messed up my speaking speed. It messed up my time management. And the kids did not rebook me because I wasn't being genuine. Once I started being myself and relaxing in front of the camera, well, I started getting rebookings. And now I'm not where I want to be sometimes with bookings, but I'm still booked. Every week I get bookings. So thankfully, and that's with VIPKid and iTutorGroup. GoGoKid, I've been not having a lot of bookings with them lately, but that's okay. I have VIPKid and I definitely have iTutor. iTutor has been out of the water bookings. Number 4. I've seen this on a lot of Facebook groups. This is not something I forgot, but I know people do. I'll take that back. I did not forget. I did not forget it completely. Let's put it that way. Rewards. Now, some companies like iTutorGroup do not require rewards. Awesome sauce. I'm cool with not doing rewards. Except they do tell you to do the classroom stars. Very important. VIPKid does not require a reward, but it is encouraged. I don't always use a reward. I have some students I never use a reward with. I have some students who I always use a reward with. I have some students who ask me for a reward. They'll ask me to get my whiteboard and draw a picture with them. And that's our reward. So there's no one right reward to do except the classroom stars. Very important. Very, very important with both iTutorGroup and with VIPKid and with GoGoKid. They're gems, but same difference. Those classroom rewards are important because the kids can use them to buy things. But I've heard teachers say, my student asked me about a reward and I didn't know I was supposed to give them any stars. I gave them my ice cream cones, but I didn't know to give them anything else. So, fair warning, VIPKid, there are stars in the classroom. iTutorGroup, there are stars in the classroom. GoGoKid, there are gems in the classroom. I don't know about other companies outside of those 3. I have not researched and taught at other companies, but I know for those 3 companies, please give them the stars or gems in the classroom. There's a button, click it, it pops on the screen, and kids are happy. Outside of that, you can do your own rewards. You can go digital. Sometimes I do. You can go drawing. Sometimes I do. You can go conversation. I have a student. She's level 2, and she and I have conversation. She will bring out her markers, and she'll hold it up, and she wants me to name the color, And when she shows me this, I'll go, blue. And she goes, no, orange. And so it's fun, and it has her practicing her colors. She knows I know them, but she likes to pretend with me that I don't, and she likes to teach me. She thinks it's hilarious, and that's a wonderful reward for her. So along with rewards and teaching and everything else I said, get to know your students because that helps. So number 5, the last thing, and I've made a video of this before, panicking. That is a very common mistake. When you are new and everything is different, if something doesn't go to plan, panic. So here is where, again, like I made the other video and I'll link it in here. 1, prep. Well, I was saying earlier, prep. Be prepared. At least when you're starting out, look over your slides and know what you're about to teach. Prep. Clear your cache. I'll link the video. Clear your cache. Make sure your computer's all cleaned out. Do a sound check. Do a video check. I do encourage people, if they can, to have some type of web program on their computer. It does not have to be Manicam. Manicam is a drain on a computer. OBS is a great option. It is not a drain on your computer. It does not run in the background. As soon as you cut it off, it is off. Manicam, you have to shut it down completely in your task manager. OBS, you don't. As soon as you cut it off, it's off. So it doesn't run in the background. It is free, completely free. And I'm not saying and OBS does not take over your computer when you go to use it in the classroom. So if it is off, it is not going to try to take over your classroom. Have something. It can be Skype, it can be FaceTime, whatever, but have something that you can check your camera and your settings and your mic before you go in the classroom. You do not want to be at 10 minutes till class realizing that your headset doesn't work, that your mic doesn't work, that your computer needs to be restarted, that your camera's not working. You don't want to be freaking out. That's when the panic sets in. So I do recommend having some way on your computer to see it before that 10-minute mark. Personally, my computer is always set up. It's always ready to go. And if it's not, it's because I've shut it down to let it rest because it doesn't get turned off often. But yes, have it ready to go either the night before or the morning of. Set it up, then get ready, whatever. However you do you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But just have some way to check it. Make sure. Then you'll feel confident when you go in, and that's one less thing to worry about. There are speed tests. You can run speed tests on your computer to make sure and check your ping and make sure all that's good. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, but don't panic. If something goes wrong, take a breath. It's okay. Be calm and keep it moving. That's the goal. Kind of like when you're on stage, the show must go on. Well, in teaching, the show must go on. So, keep going. Bonus. I said I was only going to give you 5, but a bonus mistake is what I just said a minute ago. Teachers don't try to get to know their students. If I show them a reward and they're acting completely disinterested, and I don't mean like just stoic. Some kids are stoic. But if they are like disgusted and refuse to look at the screen when I'm trying to show a reward, it is gone. Not going to keep going with something. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. So be flexible, get to know your students, and that will help you have better classroom experience for them and for yourself. All right, so those are our 5 plus a bonus common teaching mistakes that ESL teachers make when they're starting out in the classroom. Let me know in the comments below, what are some common mistakes you made when you began? What are some mistakes you think people might make or that you've heard people make? And what can we do to fix those mistakes? Let me know what other content you want to see from me. I kind of get stumped on ideas. So let me know what you think, any ideas you have. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.